G'day, my name's Millard and this is my 1976 Millard caravan. Picked this up for 1,800 bucks. Yeah, originally got it. It was all in its original condition. The only terrible thing that it had was plenty of water damage on the roof. Drove 4 hours for it to get a good deal. Locally, prices were about 5, 6, 7 grand for the same thing, so I wasn't willing to pay 7 grand to gut everything and repair it all. I was willing to pay about 1,800 bucks to do it, drive 8 hours return. We've had it for 6 months now. Yeah, spend probably on average about 6 to 8 hours a week, give or take. Huge shout out to my pop. This is basically his project. He has taken it on. Pop, he loves to do it his way. So the best thing about it is obviously turning a vision into a reality. I had this thought in my head for what felt like months. Well, it was months. It took a long time to get here. This originally was the kitchen area. This was sort of the same. It was originally a wardrobe. Now this is going to be the wardrobe, and this here is going to be the toilet. What was standing in the back here is the bedroom. The next step is to build the overhead cupboards, and then this part is basically done with only a few minor touch-ups like the architrave around the windows to be fixed, and obviously this broken window here to be fixed because I accidentally broke that. We were always going to keep the bed down this end. The unfortunate thing is it's a single axle van, so trying to minimise all the weight kept at the back, because if there's too much weight in the back end of the van on the single axle, it'll just swing. Trying to make it as safe as possible. Originally the bed was up this end, trying to keep that relatively similar. One problem we've had with the van is the spiders getting in the van. That's probably my fault for leaving the windows open. Currently standing down the front end of the van. I'm gonna line this part and this part when we build the overhead cupboards here. With 10mm foil board, brilliant stuff. Line the whole van with it. It's not too hard to work with, just requires a lot of templating, cutting out, and then you have to have a spacer. So it's a significant amount of difference. This is where the kitchen will be, so we're going to build the bench here. I'm standing where the sink is. We're going to have a water pump here that runs off 12 volt. There's another spider that I've been trying to kill for a few days, and he's poked his head out up here, so missed him. How did he get away so quick? That's ridiculous. This was originally seating area, so originally we had the seats wrapped around the front of the van. This is a King's 12 volt control panel. You've got 2 Anderson plugs, 5 switches that you can switch up, 2 USB ports, and then 3 cigarette lighter ports. So your built-in fuse board, which is linked to all your switches, and that's got our lights, front and back. Outside light, we've got our 110 litre King's upright fridge. Got this on sale for about 600 bucks, so quite cheap. Up here is the iTech World 40 amp MPPT solar charge controller, connected into the battery and then connected into 2 solar panels from the roof. So all up, we've got 520 watts of solar for 200 amp hours of lithium battery. Common rule is you want to do double solar watts to what you have in battery. So obviously the van is far from done. I guess another thing to talk about is the floor. This vinyl floor from Bunnings, it was about 22 bucks a metre. It looks great, feels great under the foot. I actually didn't really glue it down, I more just rolled it out, let it find its way. The total cost of this build right now, we're currently sitting at probably just under 5k. So that includes the cost of the van. The most expensive things that we've bought is like the fridge, the battery, but we've already bought that, so a lot of costs here on out aren't going to be a lot. Shout out to my nan, she works for Mitre 10, so I've been able to get a lot of timber and stuff for a good price. Next major cost will just be like the new wheels and the new axle. I'm surprised I drove 4 hours plus on the road with them without a burst, so I'm very thankful for that. A caravan like this has its major benefits. You can stand up. It's more spacious, obviously less cost. It has been a lot of mucking around. We've learnt along the way. YouTube has been the best resource, Facebook groups as well. It's doable, you just have to have a plan, and I feel like a lot of people don't see it for step by step, and that's what happened to us at some stages. Like we got caught up looking at the end product rather than a step by step. You need to look at a step by step, you need to break it down, you need to go, look, we're going to focus on building the wardrobe now. Once we do that, we'll move on to the fridge frame, and then we'll move on to the bedroom. Yeah, it started out like when we got it, the most frustrating part, sealing the whole thing with silicone. Went through countless of tubes, probably like at least 8 tubes just sealing all the railing. Really annoying leak, couldn't find what was happening. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. And then once we lined all the wall and the roof and stuff, got a leak, and it showed up in the fresh ply that we put on the roof. Yeah, that was bloody annoying because we thought we'd got it done. This aluminium tape that I used had peeled back. So if you're gonna use to seal, I'd say the Sally's roof and gutter, and then aluminium tape is decent, but I reckon you put it down first and then like glue it on or something, because that stuff just peels up. Like everyone suggested on YouTube, I can't go past Sally's roof and gutter. It's got a really good temperature rating. Yeah, so talk about a weather change. It's currently raining in Melbourne. Sounds good as on the van. Thanks for watching this quick run through of the van. Any questions, feel free to comment below. Happy to answer any of them. There'll be plenty more videos to come, so thank you and stay tuned.